Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I greet you all our viewers. Welcome to the Salam Bank podcast, where we discuss Islamic finance, Islamic banking, and different information about the Salam Bank brand. Now, on this episode, we are going to be looking at our Sharia compliance. We have a team of people on the Shariah Advisory Board who are experts and scholars in Sharia, and they oversee all our activities to ensure that we are compliant. We are virtually joined by one of the members who is going to be taking us through different forms of information that you might want to hear, that you might want to know, to get to understand better how we are regulated to ensure compliance of the Sharia in everything that we do. I'll take it over to Sheikh to introduce himself and tell you more about what he does.
I have been involved in the field of Islamic finance and Sharia governance for more than 15 years, working across different sectors including Islamic banking, capital market, takaful companies, financing companies, family offices, IPOs, and financial technology. During this time, I have served on Sharia board of various institutions, both locally and internationally. Our role is to provide independent oversight and guidance to ensure that the bank's product, operation, and activities are fully compliant with the Sharia guidelines. This involves reviewing contracts, policies, and procedures, as well as advising management and staff on particular way to implement Sharia guidelines within the framework of modern banking.
So how does the Sharia board oversee the bank's operations to ensure compliance with Sharia principles?
The Sharia board provides oversight in two ways. First, through pre-approval of policies, products, and procedures, and second, through continuous monitoring of implementation. We set the standards and guidelines at the outset, and then we work with the internal Sharia compliance and audit functions to monitor whether those guidelines are being followed. Reports are regularly submitted to us, and we hold discussion with management to address any issues that arise. In this way, the Sharia board functions as both as guardian of principles and a partner in ensuring particular compliance across the bank's operations.
What are some of these key principles of Sharia compliance, and how do you apply them in your oversight role?
The core principles include 5 principles. First, prohibition of riba, which is interest. Secondly, avoidance of gharar, which is excessive uncertainty. Third, prohibition of maisir, which is gambling. Fourth, asset backing and real economic activity, which financing should be tied to tangible asset or genuine service. And lastly, profit and loss sharing and fairness. Both parties should share risk in a just manner. In practice, we apply these principles by ensuring that every product structure, from retail finance to corporate banking, reflects these foundations. For example, instead of interest-bearing loans, we guide the bank to use Sharia-approved contracts, such as murabaha, ijara, musharaka, tawarruk, and mudaraba.
Please take us through the process that the Sharia board goes through to approve different products and services of the bank.
The process being with management submitting the proposed product structure and legal documentation to the Sharia compliance team, who then prepare a detailed Sharia submission. The Sharia board reviews the submission in light of IOFI standard international Sharia ruling and established fiqh principles. We discuss the underlying structure, contract, risk profiles, and operational flow. If revision are needed, we provide clear guidance to management. Only after the Sharia board is fully satisfied do we issue a formal Sharia approval or certificate, allowing the bank to launch the product to customers.
Please take us through the monitoring process on how the Sharia board oversees our daily activities to ensure compliance.
Monitoring takes place through a Sharia audit and compliance framework. The bank has an internal Sharia compliance department that conduct regular checks and provide regular reports to the Sharia board. Additionally, we require an independent audit each year, which evaluates processes, documentation, and actual transaction. Any non-compliance findings are reported to the Sharia board, which then instructs corrective measures, including purification of income where necessary. This ensures that compliance is not just theoretical, but practical and ongoing.
Dispute resolution. We know concerns sometimes arise in the process of trying to ensure compliance. How is this resolved?
Disputes or concerns may arise from management, customers, or even within the compliance process. When this happens, the Sharia board examines the issue by reviewing the facts, relevant Sharia guidelines, and precedent from standard-setting bodies like AYUFI or international Sharia councils. We provide an independent ruling on the matter. If there has been a non-compliance, we guide the bank on how to rectify it, whether through contract restructuring, operational changes, or income purification. The aim is always to resolve disputes in a way that preserves both Sharia integrity and customer trust.
What mechanisms are in place to ensure transparency and accountability from the Sharia board in its decision-making process?
Transparency and accountability are central to Sharia governance. We ensure this through the following. First, formal documentation. All ruling, fatwas, and approvals are formally recorded and signed. Secondly, clear reporting. The Sharia board reports annually to shareholder and regulators through the Sharia Supervisory Report, which discloses our views and findings. Third, independent audits. External or internal Sharia audits provide independent assurance. Fourth and last, conflict of interest policies. Sharia board members are required to declare conflict and act with independence.
You've heard it from Sheikh Rafat. Thank you so much for your expert insights. We hope our audience has gotten a deeper understanding of how our Sharia Advisory Board works. Now, in the next episodes, we are going to continue the conversation where we shall be breaking down for you the different products and services that we render which are Sharia compliant. We urge you to subscribe, to like, to follow, to comment, and drop any questions you have in the comment section. We shall be answering and getting back to you. Thank you so much for tuning into the Salam Bank podcast. See you next time.